All right, welcome back to We Play Games. This is Walker. I love how I went back to review the footage. I went back to review the footage because I like to make sure that the audio isn't screwed up because I get and have not been doing this for very long, and so I don't want to like do something stupid and then have have a day where I record for an hour and a half with just absolutely no audio. Because I've done that. I've literally done that. Why are those shipyards gonna take? Oh, because they take a lot of stupid construction points. Yeah, boo his construction points. We need to fix up our economy. That's the next thing we're doing right now. The costs here are grotesquely inflated right now because we are fighting China. Why is our all right? We have insufficient naval invasion support. That's the problem, and that's gonna be the problem, because we sent our fleet out there. Yeah, it's gonna be failed naval invasions. We're not gonna win them. We're not gonna win. What can we? War reparations is what you want. All right. Well, I tell you what. We're not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Proposed peace deal. I'm sorry, China. I didn't mean it. We gotta pack up shop though. I'm not piling debt into a war that is not going to be worth fighting. All right, so we could international exchange standards. Extra tech points are almost always useful. So we could do this, which would break down the strength of the petit bourgeoisie. That's fine. Yeah, get out of here. You guys should join us. Opium addiction. Oh, that is sad. That's so sad. Yeah, we spent 5 million on that war. I'm so sorry. Why did we do that? We did that because I'm very foolish. Because I forgot that because I got excited about invading China and I was like, all right, well, Russia's fighting China, but I forgot that, you know, they hate us and are probably not gonna help us fight against China. Of course they hate us. Of course they hate us. All right. What do we got a bunch of extra influence doing literally nothing right now though. So I'm gonna go ahead and just improve relations in Europe, because I don't need to fight them. If I don't need to fight them, I'm not going to. Right? If they're happy with what we're doing over here, which they are happy with what we're doing over here, but I'm not happy with spending influence and therefore the most precious resource in the universe, infamy, on that. But we could do this, actually. This would be good. I'm gonna conquer not Chihuahua. I'm gonna conquer I'm gonna build the American Railway, right? That's what we're doing. Is that we're gonna try to get Pops to come to America by just being a cool place. And then once our Navy's in a good shape, because we spent, you know, maybe a couple of years making sure that our Navy is going to be in a good shape, we're gonna have a lot of people, a big economy. We can do autarky. It's just gonna be just us, right? We don't need to worry about anybody else. It's just us. Like, who's gonna help you here, Mexico? Who is going to help you? Who cares about what happens here, right? If the great powers don't have an interest in the region, is this it? No, nope, not yet. Don't be greedy. Your Navy cannot support that. But that is going to be our next war goal against Mexico, by the way. The easiest way to clean up this border is to just puppet them and annex them. And then the borders are very clean. If there are no borders, the borders are extremely clean. That's my lesson to you. That's my lesson to you. All right, what are we doing? We gotta build up our economy more, because we're paying way too much for steel right now, right? Steel and glass. All right, steel and glass. Those are important resources, and explosives. Steel, glass, and explosives. Yep, we could do some chemical plant stuff. I wouldn't even hate having vacuum evaporation. That would be dynamite. That would be pretty good. I don't have dynamite yet. I should probably have dynamite. Yeah, let's get some dynamite. If you got explosive problems, let me tell you, this is not an officially sponsored ad. This is just, if you got explosive problems, probably want to get dynamite. Like, cheesy Peace Walker. Yeah. I promise that when we're fighting somebody stronger than this, I'm gonna take it a little more seriously. It's a little more seriously. But there's literally the best thing for them to do here is back down. Like, absolutely the best thing for them to do there is back down. I don't know, man. I don't want to fight you right now. I'm sorry, Zulu. Like, this is not I'm not here to intervene in everybody's backyard plans. I'm here to make everybody's backyard plans not matter in a little while, because none of your backyard plans matter if you're liberated, and that's what we're doing. We gotta build some iron. That's what we need to do. We need to build some iron. And the really nice thing about this here is that by building this iron, which I'm totally, there it is. By building this iron, we're gonna make it so that Minnesota and Montana and Wisconsin have like good jobs and stuff, and people will want to be there. If you can get a good job, you're gonna move out to Nevada or whatever, right? You would move there probably. That's the tagline for them. you would move there probably. In case you've never been to any of these places, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, this is the Great Lakes. These are just like brutal hell apocalypses of cold, and it's awful there. Like, you see videos of people freezing snot and like turning it into a knife, and that's here. You can cook an egg by freezing it to the sidewalk. Awful, awful, awful. I'm sure that the people who live there are wonderful, but I'm equally sure, chat, that not only are the people who live there are wonderful, but also that the simple fact that they live there makes them absolutely insane. Because it's crazy. It's so cold. All right. What can we use our electricity on? We have mechanized looms. All right. Well, wait. There's a way to use electricity at this point, isn't there? What did I build electricity for if you don't give me a way to use it at this point? Paradox. I swear to God, there's a way to use electricity. Oh, all right. Yeah, electric streetlights. Duh. Yeah, duh. Right. You don't need a giant electricity market at first. It's sort of like coal. If you're not currently working on coal, then my recommendation is to start by just using gas streetlights, and then that will create the domestic demand for it, which itself is going to be helpful for you. We could do this as well, and that would be good for the price of transportation. That's fine. So right now we're just doing some economic tinkering, just setting ourselves up to get a lot more money, because we are gonna, again, we're gonna want to be a great place. Yep, there it is. Mexico backs down, because we in that war we were not there to just like ask them for everything. We were there to literally ask them to give us that border, because it was hideous, and they know it. They knew it. They knew it. They knew it was hideous, and they were like, yeah, you're right. It's hideous. We're sorry. Utah. No, God. Why? 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 Oh my God. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. I love the power glove. All right. All right. So now these areas are homelands for our cultures. And that means that the pops there will they'll drift towards us. this is the maximum capacity. It is at maximum productivity. So we are going to build a couple of more power plants, and we're going to push them to the top. And we're going to do that by going over here, and then we'll go like this. And then we'll go every time, Walker. Every single time. Every single time. You don't need to be building 20 of these at a time. You do not need to be doing that. We're gonna as things adjust, we're gonna start putting those in there, but we do not need that much navy. Steam turbine is amazing for the United States, and actually might be the next thing that we build or research. 8 years, never mind. It's so good though. It's so good because what it gives you is the ability to burn coal in your electricity, which just is insane. Electrical capacitors is probably the next thing, actually, because that's a big deal. That's a lot of extra economic throughput that you get to do. Subsidies. What are we subsidizing again? We do not have enough ironclads. We do not have enough ironclads. Do we have enough ports set to our whatchamacallits? So there's two different kinds of ships here. There's clippers and there's steamers. The steamers we're only buying 35 of, which tells me that we have not researched the gantry cranes. So that's the next thing that we need. Being able to use your own steamers is a big deal, because then you don't need to build clippers anymore. Like you can rely on your friends, on your sister republics to build clippers for you, because once you have gantry cranes, then like you're everything's better by just ignoring wooden ships. Building the GDP, building this stuff. We've got the first transcontinental railway. We need Utah. We need Utah. That's what we need. And we need to continue to harm relations with them until we can actually declare war. Because they're not just Utah. You know how it is. Utah, it's just the way it is. What are you going to do? We got strong trade unions. So just to like very, very, very briefly go over what I want to talk about for you guys in a YouTube video is just the user interface here. When these guys are not garrisoned, this user interface is a lot better. I don't know why it's displayed like that. It's very weird. The user interface for military is not great, and so if you are at all confused by the user interface, do not feel bad. It is meant to be that way. Oh, Diplopats, right? Because you greedy idiot, you declared war on Qing before you had a navy, and then you lost, and now we're giving them money. You greedy idiot. All right, well, you know what? It's fine. That just means, you know what that means? That means that once we're done giving them money for no reason, that our economy can grow even faster. And that's what we're all about. Because they are devouring our growth right now. They're just sucking it all up. They're just absorbing our growth. And I hate it. Yeah, we're gonna reduce the size of some of these a little bit. That's Montana, so we'll just reduce that. We don't need a 20 stack of iron. That's just adding building for nothing. Because we want to be flexible here, actually, rather than specialized. We want to be able to just rapidly move around and build things. Because that's going to be really good for us. Because we want to build stuff in here and then have people get attracted to work there. What? Why? No, we're obviously banning dueling. You're at neutral? Yeah. This is, in case you forgot, in case I forgot, in case anybody forgot, we are trying to be as based as possible in this, right? Like we're not trying to like be at war with everybody. It's just like it's inevitable because you think that we are going to abandon fellow citizens over there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do wish that I had figured out ahead of time if our navy was going to be able to defeat Qing's, because that was painful. The bigger your army is, the bigger the navy attached to it needs to be in order to actually land anywhere. Because otherwise, guess what? Obviously, they're going to have logistical support problems. And because navies recruit so crazy slow in this game right now, you can have like just gigantic armies that your navy spends the entire game just running to keep up with. Which is why I'm happy to be working on navy. Hey, conquer state. Hey, woof, 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 woof. My parents have a dog, and he's a great dog. He's an incredible dog, and he is the biggest lungs I've ever I can't even believe it. They're just enormous. He's so loud. He's a great dog. Very loud, very powerful, very loud. What right, we might end up fighting Russia again. You are a giant bully, and you too, trapped person. Because you've got nothing. You can't even participate in this cool stuff. Who else? We could probably. I'm just doing some preemptive activation because this one we're not going to be fighting overseas. If Russia joins in on this again for some reason, I'm still gonna just capitulate Utah as quickly as possible and ask for nothing else. I'm not gonna participate in the Rhine battle because I'm not really interested in like spending 6 years fighting Russia for $6 worth of war reparations. It's just not worth it. All I want now is this so that I can build the transcontinental railway, because once we can build the transcontinental railway, we get a giant migration modifier, and then we're gonna keep pulling pops in. Like there's nothing that can stop us. And we really do need to drive up demand for fertilizer, so I'm gonna switch it over to this, so that way people are just buying them, hopefully off of the market. Children now have the ability to actually reliably not die when they go to work. That's good. We are going to continue to get more education. That's the most important thing, because we care about our pops here in America. We do. We care about them. That's the official word from the monster behind the screen. We care desperately about the humans in America. I think probably we're gonna need some more bureaucracy. It's just the way it is. Like the plan really does need to be use the next episode or two to just do like homework and lawn care, which if that's boring, then I just skip it. Like I'm probably not going to get into a big fight until 1864 or 5 or something like that, because it's going to take me a couple of years to do some construction. Our economy is not as big as it could be. Did they successfully call anybody in? Why are you fighting me? Absolutely insane. Interest group, yeah. Are we about to have a one-party dictatorship in America? Because we might have a one-party dictatorship in America. Arizona and Arizona Gold Rush. I guess we probably still want to spread the word, because we just want to get pops. We just want to get pops. It's not complicated. Pops are good, and I want to get them. And now we're getting them. And our infamy is 68. All right, cool. So after this, then I think we're going to start working on these pops. Right now they're at amicable. And you're at amicable. Are you also at amicable? You're at cordial. All right, well, Chile, I've got great news for you. Just great news. You are going to be formally invited to join the United States of America. And this is the sort of backyard stuff that I feel pretty confident doing, that without working on an ironclad navy yet. It doesn't matter. If we fight Argentina, if nobody else joins them, they're allies with Uruguay. Wow. They're allies with Uruguay. Sure. So after we annex Chile, we can probably puppet them. Because that's going to be pretty easy. And hopefully inexpensive in terms of puppeting. If not, if it's expensive in terms of puppeting, then we probably puppet Uruguay first. What are we working on? We're working on building an environment where we're not spending a bunch of money on diplomatic pacts to send money to China. And wow, our prestige is up to 1600. Our prestige is up like a lot because of Navy power projection. That's why. Because that's what it's for, right? Navies are great. Navies are just great. And that's why I don't care that much if I'm in national militia. So national militia is one of these laws that I'm going to talk about a lot whenever we do warfare. But end game, I'm fairly certain that economies are going to care less about having a bunch of tanks and more about having a bunch of conscripts. And then national militia is very powerful in the late game. But there's this meaningful problem where you can't use tanks. So I'm not sure about it, and we'll see. We'll see what the meta emerges into. The Socialist Party of America is never going to stop. Last election, SP USA got 18 million vote total, and now we're getting 28 million vote total. All right, well, it's the way it is. What are you gonna do? This is the America that we've built. It's gonna be the best. It really is gonna be the best. I need to deal with this market access though. Why is my market access so bad? It's probably just infrastructure actually, but that's okay. That's fixable. In fact, that's not just fixable. That's something that I'm happy to fix, because like you, fellow humans, I too am a big fan of trains, right? Everybody loves trains. Everybody loves trains. If you're human and you like trains, post in the chat, I am human and I like trains, because I want to know how many of you are bots. I want to know how many of you are bots who don't like trains, because that's the determining factor here, right? And I can do this unpaused. It doesn't matter. I'm going through and I'm holding down Alt. And when I hold down Alt, that lets me click on that thing, and then it's going to add one level of that and stick it at the top of the build queue. And that's going to be great, because at the top of the build queue, it's going to be pretty useful. It's going to get built, which is usually pretty good. When you need things to do stuff, if it exists, it's much better at doing the thing than if it doesn't exist. That's true. I know that's gonna cause some controversy, and I apologize to everybody for starting a fight, but if the thing that you're trying to use is a real thing in the real world instead of a fake thing in a fake world, or even better, a real thing in a fake world, a boiler explosion. Whoa, all right. Simply the price of progress. Absolutely not. What are you talking about? Like, I don't care if you're that happy with us. Machines itself are dangerous. Yes, that's it. Machines themselves are dangerous. Nah, we'll keep boosting the trade unions. Free government reform. All right, well, we could do a free government reform, but nobody else wants to join the SPUSA, and we don't need them. So now we'll see how long Hector Ispel is going to be the president, because it might be for like 6 decades. We'll find out. They were afraid of King Andrew Jackson, but like as your leader governs, they're gonna gain little traits here, and those traits are gonna be really helpful. Plus, neutral towards Council Republic is not awful. That means that when we get to the point where we're switching that around, it's not gonna be as big a deal that he's not in favor of it. Where is it normally? So normally every IG has like these little ideas here, right? Labor rights, migration, governance principle. Oh, it's always neutral. Except now he's happy about it being a democracy. Of course you love it being a democracy. You're winning all of the goddamn time. That's the lesson about democracy. Of course, you love it if you win all the damn time. All right, what are you building? The ironclads they're just going up in price. They're just going up in price. We really need this to switch over to gantry cranes. That's gonna help us. Also, not paying money to China is gonna help us, but that's a longer term thing because we got 3 more years of this, you dummy. That's so much growth. It's just a shame. That's okay. That was actually no. That's not a shame. That was deliberate. America looked around and was like, well, the people living over there are really having a bad time, and we want to help them out because we're humanitarians, and there is a way to do that without declaring war, I guess. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna settle the Great Plains. We're settling the Great Plains. We're gonna get a lot of migration attraction, and then we're gonna settle the Great Plains, and then we need to build. How do we do that? I swear to God, there's a thing that makes it so that you can build the Statue of Liberty. I could have sworn there was a way to build a Statue of Liberty. Could have sworn they had that in here. Well, you know what? If there's no Statue of Liberty, there is no Statue of Liberty. But I could have sworn there's a Statue of Liberty. There's definitely a skyscraper that we should probably be working on. That we should be working on. This we should be working on. Mapping the western frontier, the bane of my existence. Beeman is the one who is stuck, so it might as well be the one who's still stuck. All right. And now we want to do anarchism, human rights. Is there a way to get more money? Money is also useful when you're spreading freedom. Money is also useful. This is sort of like money. Authority is sort of like money because authority lets you increase luxury taxes. Like if we could be taxing services alongside luxury furniture, maybe we just do it instead. Yeah, let's do it instead. There, that helped balance our money out. And technology. Technology. What are you gonna do without technology? Like, just come on down to America and do some technology. We could do some military tech, or we could do electrical capacitors. Let's do electrical capacitors. Because now, with electrical capacitors, once that's online, we can start really churning through stuff. All right, what do we have an input code shortage of? Explosives and electricity. All right. Well, the explosives... Did I develop technology to fix that and then not fix it? Good. Yep. That's it. That is definitely intended. That is exactly what I meant to be doing. and technology is really good. Cool. All right. Great. Perfect. We can build some more stink factories. Oh boy. All right. Time out. There we go. Right. We got the thing that lets us do the good stuff, Walker. Don't forget to do the good stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and we're gonna switch this over to steamships, because now I don't really even care about not steamships, because steamships are gonna be the thing that we're gonna do. I don't care about man of wars. Who needs them? Who needs a man of war? Santiago. Oh, in Chile. Well, you know what? There's a way to get around that, and it's this right here. Now we don't need as many of those things, because we just don't. We don't need them. We've got great news that we're gonna spread to you, Chile. You in fact no longer are required to build or consume Manowar. And I know you think that we could have just sent a letter down there to tell you that, but I think it was important that we come down there and tell you that ourselves, so that way there's no confusion as to what we mean by you're no longer required to build Manowar. that's the idea. That's what we're doing. Alcohol supply runs low. I'm indescribably crazy when it comes to that thing. What? They had the expeditions are good reading when you actually sit down, but why? why is it so bugged? All right, we need to build stuff in the middle of the U.S. We need to also reduce our import routes. We are bringing in so much weaponry that we do not need. So we can remove this. We can remove that. We can remove that. We can remove that. And that. And now we're not wasting good American money on stupid things. All right. What do we have a ton of? I know we have a ton of something. I think it's still fertilizers, right? We have steamers. We have tons of steamers. All right. So are we in not 100% military production mode on here? We are not in 100% military production mode on here. Right. That's going to be really helpful too. Because again, Massachusetts is actually a really great place to build ships because of the little bonuses that you get. The modifiers considerably increase your output. Probably want to build some more naval bases, just a little bit. Just let's just instead of going through and losing your mind and building 15,000 at a time, why don't we build a little bit of naval base, build a little bit of economy, build a little bit of naval base, a little bit of economy, and that way we keep giving them the opportunity to get jobs, because they take absolutely forever for some reason to hire. But it also gives us the opportunity to assess what else we want to build out here, because you can do resource extraction out there, and that's good too. Don't be afraid to do resource extraction, but also don't be afraid to start up cottage industries, right? How are we still running a deficit on those? Oh man. All right. Yeah, I don't care about either of that. That is their problem. If the people living in Venezuela want clippers, they're gonna have to build them themselves, because we're not doing it anymore. We're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. They're gonna have to do it themselves. And now we can continue our great evil campaign to build infrastructure and increase the quality of life for everybody out here. We're really just monsters. Just monsters. All right. We've got a bunch of raw goods. I'm kind of surprised that there aren't people trying to come over here and poach all of our raw goods, because there's a bunch of them. There's so many. Nobody cares. The AI right now is at least in Paradox universe still pretty young. It doesn't really know what it's doing yet. But I think probably that's something they can fix pretty quickly. It looks like probably the thing that we should do in order to fix our money supply is to get a little bit more authority. If we could just get up to over 100, so we'll need to get a tech that lets us do that. We can start taxing tobacco and then build a bunch. No, never be more money than luxury furniture. Luxury furniture is the way to go. Everybody loves it when you tax luxury furniture too. That's what people go crazy for. Oh, yeah. All right. Sure. Everyone joins the SPUSA in this timeline. What if SPUSA just like took over the United States? There we go. Done. We're up. Okay, our GDP is growing. GDP is growing. And we're growing, and we're growing, and we're growing. And we've got colonies. They are also growing. We've got market access problems still in Ohio and Nevada. Why? Oh, right, because transportation isn't being used in anything. All right, let's fix our transportation cost problem. Right now, transportation is not being used for anything, and that makes it so that those transportation industries just don't make any money. And now, by doing this, we've encouraged there to be more consumption of those things. And we're going to increase dynamite supply. We're going to increase the dynamites. Everyone loves dynamites. Dynamite is really cool. Gold mine's pretty cool. Does anybody want stuff? You guys want some stuff? You guys want some transportation? Come on down. Get some transportation. You guys are going to love it. It lets you move your goods around. And that's pretty useful, I think, mostly. Moving goods is usually a good thing. We could go to electrical sawmills, but we would need a lot of electricity. Well, you know what? Maybe we want a lot of electricity. Maybe that's going to be our way that we're going to power out the development of the West, is that we're going to build oh, that's it right there. That's it. Cut it. Done. We're gonna do some construction, and then we're gonna get some unlimited power, and then using that unlimited power, we are gonna just hurl electricity at problems and just see where the power of harnessing the lightning of the universe and powering up and going Dragon Ball Z, and we gotta. Wait, what? That's not... It's 37 minutes?